Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. I'm Monica, the Kismet Chemist, and today's video we are going to be diving into the realm of mystery with Pisces season, the 12th house, and really getting in touch with the water element. Pisces season started February 19th. This year, and shortly thereafter we entered into the 2/22/2022 portal, and today we have the third quarter moon right at the end of Scorpio. There is a lot of energy going on right now, deep healing energy, but it is also a deep energy of making sure that we are becoming ever more aware of the things that we are trying to escape from, the beliefs that we have that cause us to run away, and it is an uprooting of fears, beliefs, experiences, and then clarity and understanding of the things that are rooted into our subconscious mind deep enough that it presents itself in a myriad of ways that is never what it is, and always contains an air of mystery and illusion. Piscean energy in my personal natal chart is not overly prevalent. However, in getting prepared for this reading, Spirit and my guides helped me to understand the way this energy can benefit, the way this energy can be missed or misused, and how it can impact every facet of our lives. As I worked my way through different experiences in my life in which Pisces energy was very prominent in the transit charts, there was a song on repeat in my head, and it was Soul Meets Body by Death Cab for Cutie. And if you don't know it, it says, I want to live where soul meets body, where the sun wraps its arms around me. And Pisces is represented by two fish swimming in a circle. But on these cards, we have shells. And we have nautilus shells at that. And to me, nautilus shells are always a beautiful representative of time. We think of time as linear most often, but it is cyclical. And a nautilus shell reflects that cycle energy, that cycle of time. And as the cephalopod within a nautilus grows, each chamber slowly closes with each new growth that it does. And this is much like our journey. And Pisces is the 12th house. It is the final element of the zodiac before we start a new zodiac year. So Pisces, to me, represents the end of chapters, the end of cycles, the closing down through integration, the lessons we have learned, and moving forward. But because it sits in the 12th house, we see the 12th house as the house of escape, illusion, mystery. And really, to me, what it's about is the way that our mind creates illusions out of fear, fear of our true worth, fear of our true power, fear of our true selves, fear of the unknown, fear of the mystery that is life, love, spirit, psychic gifts. I usually wear this bracelet, and I felt very called to presenting it in this intro. And I asked Spirit to give me a message to give to you. And this is goldstone. It's goldstone and blue goldstone alternating. And it has my totem animal, which is an owl. And that's all about a broader perspective and seeing with wisdom every angle, every aspect. The stones themselves are about ambition, success, worldly success. But the history of the stones is what really came in. Goldstone, blue goldstone, they're not natural crystals from the earth that get polished down. They are created. And that doesn't detract from the energy that they carry, the purpose and the meaning and the intention that they hold within them. But what this to me really is about is when we think about our ambitions in life, we think that our ambition comes from the stars or from our human design chart or from how we were raised, the things that we desire, the things that we want, but we create our ambition. We create our success. We create our gold and our shine and our glory and our inner power. We create that within ourselves in the ways that are either healthy or unhealthy. And it is all about what we create, how we create, how we view ourselves, and allowing ourselves to create space, to sense into the different areas in which we escape, the different areas in which we fear, and the different things that we have too long not wanted to look at. And to remember that if we can create the illusion of fear, we can also create the pathway to freedom. If we can create suffering, we can create healing. It is about what you believe, what you sense, and what it is you're looking to escape from. Are you looking to escape from the world, from the truth, from who you are truly, or are you looking to escape from the lies and the illusions? This reading is truly the essence of a mystery. It is a mystery designed to help you escape. It is up to you and your discernment whether this escape brings you out of the illusions or deeper in. I don't even know what to expect from this. I am deeply out of my element, and I'm a Cancer sun, so that's saying something. So within this pouch, I'm going to move this. Within this pouch, there are 3 rune stones. Each of the rune stones is carved on a tumbled eyelite stone. And eyelite is a shamanic stone, a vision stone. It is for inner visioning, inner journeying. At each pile, I will reach in and select the stone that is for the pile. And we will find out what the illusions are, what the truth is, what messages Spirit has for you during this Pisces season. intuitively select your pile, and the timestamps will be in the description box. And a word of advice from me. I tend to pick by numbers when I do a pick a card. I love numerology. I have repeating numbers a lot in my life. Or I will notice that there is a pattern of specific pile numbers, 3s, 2s, 1s, that all seem to resonate, so I'll go with that. And it will be a test when that number changes for me, because the contents of the readings will change, but it will play off of my fears, and I will have to use my discernment regarding whether that reading is right for me. I believe in you all to truly use the depth of your discernment on this. And remember, this whole reading is about mystery and illusions and uncovering the truth that lies beneath them. So go ahead and go to the description box and click your pile, and I will see you there. Bye. Hello, pile 1. So we're going to get right into it. Let's go ahead and choose your rune stone. All right. So the rune that you chose is Fehu. And we're going to go ahead and put it up here. Just because they're tumbled stones, they tend to fall a lot. And Fehu is actually rune number 1. And it's all about livestock. But the energy that I picked up in preparation with this rune stone was more along the lines of the sense that you are the black sheep, the one that is not capable of creating wealth and abundance and success. It's a lack of security or a lack of fertility that you feel within yourself. This fear that you may feel as a fear of failure is more a fear of success, because success gives you security, and security is something that you just aren't familiar with. And the fertility that I picked up from this is about creation, in the sense of creating the life that you want, building that house that you desire, or building that business, building whatever it is that you want to build in your life. And we build continually a variety of different things. We build houses, friendships, communities, relationships. All of that comes from a place of knowing that we can build it, knowing that we have within us the seeds to plant, and the ability to nurture that planted seed on a regular basis, that we have that commitment level to ourselves. So let's find out what your channeled message is. It says, where your fulfillment exists, your truest inner abundance unlocks, and your outer world becomes almost dreamlike in the essence of success, joy, wealth, and security. This comes from tending to the inner garden, lovingly nurturing the fertile soil of your heart. All abundance is an internal existence. It is something that comes from within and then is projected outward. When we feel as though we do not have that within us, we are often deluded into believing, or we have this illusion that there is not enough. There is not enough love. There is not enough money or security or truth, honesty, compassion, and understanding in the world. There's not enough of it And why should we bring it into the world if we are the outliers? And when you go within, in whatever way that means to you, when you really tend to your inner garden, your heart, when you tend to the things that matter to you, when you tend to yourself and let yourself matter to you, that's when you start seeing the areas of your life, of your dreams that fulfill you, and the areas that are only illusion and created because of what someone else has said, or this situation in the past that didn't turn out the way that you wanted, or that taught you that you aren't enough or you aren't abundant. Those moments are lessons that we're meant to overcome. They aren't meant to continually impede our growth and our progress. So I'm going to move this up here. And we're going to start pulling some cards. And I just saw 555 on my clock, which means there's a lot of change coming in for this pile. Spirit and spirit guides. And we're starting off hot and fast. Can we get cards for pile 1? Oh. Nope. Pile 1, spirit. That's too many. Okay. Pile 1. Okay. One more. Okay. And your back of the deck energy is the 2 of Wands. Okay. All right. Pile 1s. The illusion that I'm seeing here is this perpetual fork in the road that you think that you have. And because you believe that you are always needing to make a new choice, needing to start a new journey, needing to start over, something isn't right, I need to change, I need to do this, I need to do that, or I have to choose one way or the other, and whatever way I choose, I'm still gonna come right back to this same spot of needing to choose. There's no help, there's no one here. I have to do this, and I don't know what to do. There's so much indecision. And so you've put yourself into the energy of believing that in order to start a new journey, in order to not even start a new journey, but in order to just move forward in life, for you to have abundance, to have success and wealth, but more so to have security in who you are and what you're capable of, you need to do X, Y, and Z. It's as though you have given yourself this long list of things to do, and it is, what I'm hearing, unrealistic. You're giving yourself this list because you're afraid to just take the leap. You're afraid to just trust. You're afraid to see yourself the way that you are seen by spirit, the way that your spirit guides see you, the way that your friends and your family see you. And so you feel like in order to be able to choose or to move forward or to stop being stuck in this indecision of which path to take, even though you're already on the right path and you don't see that, you have to take all these swords out of your back. You have to heal this and you have to heal that. But the thing is haven't you already healed it? There's this true sense of challenge here. Your guides want to challenge you here to test to see whether or not you've healed. Have you truly healed? What do you have left that you feel like you need to heal? The Ten of Swords is all about the mind. And the Ten of Swords upright is about ending a cycle of mental anguish, mental struggle, depression, anxiety. In reverse, it's like red. I suppose you could say it's red two ways, but to me, the way that this card looks is you're impaling yourself here with creating your own illusion of there being a fork in the road and there being a need to choose one path or the other, as though you're not in the right place right now doing what you're meant to do. And because of that, this is your energy, but you're not in touch with your inner depth, with your inner wisdom right now. And it's because you have this idea that you are meant to continually go down this path of, I got to start over. I got to be new. I got to be fresh. I got to start a new project. I need to do all of these things. And what you really need to do is get more in touch with who you truly are, because you are the High Priestess. You're not the Page of Wands. You're the High Priestess. Not that there's anything wrong with the Page of Wands. I love the Page of Wands. It's that curiosity, that inner child energy. And with the oranges here, it really is your creativity energy coming forward. But until you get in deeper touch with your actual inner wisdom, your higher wisdom, with the essence of the gifts that you have and the sight that you have and the knowingness that you have, because you have that wisdom within you. You hold all the wisdom you need. Everything that you're looking at is like, I can't move forward without choosing one way or the other. And all you want is this chance to celebrate, this chance to have fun, to let loose and to do the things that truly make you happy. But you feel as though if you do those things will come to nothing, provide you with nothing, because what I just heard is in your life, you have learned, whether perception or through, I heard the word conception, but I think it means more along the lines through your perception of other people, or through the action of your experiences, the things that you've done, that in order to be successful, it can't be fun. It can't be enjoyable. It can't be true to you. And so you're always looking for that thing that you think is what you're being called to do. You think is the energy of what Spirit is asking, or what your parents asked you, or your spouse, or your significant other, or the teachers in school, or the kids in your class. Whatever it was for you specifically, you'll know, but it's as though you've convinced yourself that you have to carry this heavy weight and this heavy burden all the time, and that's the only way. You have to work hard, and you have to work all these long hours, and you can't take a break, and you can't rest, and you can't fuel your creativity, because creativity doesn't bring anything, and that is just not the truth. And it's just not the truth. So let's get a few clarifiers. Okay. Spirit, what additional messages do we have for pile 1? Perfect. Receptivity, intensity. Anything else, Spirit? And the Creator. And on the back of the deck, we have harmony. There is an inner battle of wills between your emotions and your action, your divine masculine and your divine feminine. And when you bring those into balance, this is the energy that you'll recognize in your life, however it presents itself. But if you look here, the harmony card, you have dolphins. That's that inner child, that playful energy that I mentioned, that celebration, that friendship, that community. Receptivity is about being open to the changes. It's being open to being still, to resting, to not always bulldozing your way forward, but letting yourself sit and receive what you need to receive. Because I'm hearing that a lot of your downloads are going to be intense. They're going to feel intense, and they're going to come in rapidly for you. So staying in this harmonious energy of happiness and receptivity with the intensity will come in, and all of what this is doing is building that solar plexus chakra for you, so that you can see that you are meant to create. You are a creator. And you are working with the Creator, our divine Creator. And this is truly just the deepest message of this balance of water and fire. And too much water puts that fire out, but not enough water and the fire burns everything. It's about balancing your action with inaction, balancing work with rest, balancing emotions with play, with purging. And purging often is a very intense thing. Let yourself feel the emotions coming up, because it's bringing you into greater harmony, so that your mind does not keep controlling you. So your mind becomes your friend. Let's see what animal spirits want to reach out to you. Pile 1's animal spirits. Okay. Oh, you have 3. We have octopus, crocodile, dragonfly, and you actually have 4 of them that popped out. It looked like 3 cards to me. You have starfish. There is a lot of water energy here, and then you have this air element. And on the back of the deck, we have sea serpent. Okay. We're going to talk about this here. That 10 of Swords is coming through. Okay. So this air element, that's the Swords element. That's your mind. A dragonfly. Dragonflies have lived for eons. And they persevere. The truest essence of your mind right now is pushing you between these two places. The octopus has 8 tentacles, and so it can do all these things. You are capable of doing so many things, but when you keep yourself in the 10 of Swords, then this octopus is doing too much all the time. And it's doing that because with the starfish, it's all about owning your true inner beauty instead of the outer beauty. A starfish on the outside is so beautiful, but this is about seeing that you don't have to do all of everything all the time in order for your true beauty and your true self and your true worth to shine out into the world. You don't have to keep doing this all the time. It's about balancing between the crocodile and the octopus. And the crocodile is all about rest. It's about cooling off and recovering that energy, building that energy up so that you can move forward from your truest self. In order to do that, it's about transforming your mind. And I'm going to read the sea serpent to you. It is correlated to spirit, and it also is correlated to the second chakra or the sacral chakra. And it says, healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our life, and in other places, it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true nature. And this is the chakra of our creativity and desire, and it is that sacral chakra. And that is what I mentioned with the Page of Wands. So this is about you really balancing that energy. Like I said with the water and the fire, it's the same. When one area starts stagnating or becomes dry like the desert, then another area floods and you have this imbalance. The illusion is that this imbalance is a natural thing, that you have to keep going, go all the time. Whether it's an escape through work, an escape through anything, I feel so much like you guys are escaping through work. And working in the sense of cleaning, being there for everybody else, doing your daily work, anything and everything that isn't just slowing down and taking time for yourself. You spread yourself out in all these areas for all these other people, but you don't prioritize yourself. And then in your mind, you think, well, nobody is there for me and nobody is doing anything for me. And I can't rest because there's too much to do. And I can't have fun because there's too much to do. And the more you do this, the more you're going to burn out. And Spirit is saying, don't let yourself burn out here. See the illusion that your mind is creating. Because when you see your inner abundance, when you see and allow yourself to be fulfilled in your everyday life, when you fill your own emotional cup first and foremost, that is when you get in touch with your inner wisdom, your inner knowing, your inner guide, and you are nurturing your heart. And then everything comes in naturally because you become a state of receptivity, knowing when to move and knowing when not to move. Okay. I want to thank you guys so much. I know Pisces energy can be overwhelming for a lot of us. I am a water sign. I am a water and fire sign, so I do get this imbalance a lot. I genuinely get that from my heart. Take the time that you need to work through the things that you need to work through. Give yourself that time, that cool down before you move forward, because you're coming forward in a new way, transformed. Your mentality, who you are. Some of you, I am hearing, you're going to transform things like your style, whether that's the way that you talk to people, whether that's the way you dress, your hairstyle. It's about transforming yourself so that your outside starts matching your inside, because your inside is going to be shiny and fresh and it's going to feel new, but it is actually just true to who you are. To get out of the indecision, go have fun. Go have fun. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. Thank you, higher selves, for pile 1 and for me. It has been an honor and a blessing to read this energy, to touch into your energy, to bring these messages forward. Remember, like I said in the intro, use your discernment deeply on this. And I sincerely wish you guys a smooth sailing through this Pisces season. If this video resonated, please feel free to like it, share it with someone who may need messages to help them uncover what illusions they are not seeing. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I will see you at my next one. I love you all. Bye. Hello, pile 2. So as I sat here getting prepared for your pile, Spirit came in and said no runes. No runes for this one. So instead, we're going to choose 2 archetypes. One of which will be the illusionary archetype and the other one will be the truth. I will divine both, and it will be for your discernment which one is which. So let's go ahead. Spirit and guides for pile 2. That's too many. Can we get just 2, please? One. 2. Okay. So the first one we have is the Lover, and the second one we have is the Maiden. And right off the bat, the first thing that I can tell you is I can see the truest struggle that you're having right now is your discernment. The similarities between the colors of these 2 cards are telling me that you aren't entirely certain what phase, what stage you are at where you are, how you're moving forward. The Lover card is truly about the heart. It's not a relationship card per se. It can be, but in this situation, in this reading, it feels very much like it's your heart space. And there's this almost like sick, queasy feeling in my stomach of misdirection, of what is going on in a relationship. But it's not about what's going on in the relationship. It's about what's going on in your heart. What is in your heart? What is true to your heart? It's about seeing the truest nature of your heart and what that heart is here to bring into the world. You think about the actual physical heart, and it pumps blood through our entire body. And if it goes too fast or too slow, everything gets out of balance. And it feels like that's your mind going too fast, or you try to slow it down and then it goes blank. And it's about knowing whether you are in this truest nature of your heart, or whether you're moving from a place that is just shrouded in darkness, is what I heard. And the Maiden card is the youthful feminine energy. It's, to me, mostly about the sacral chakra. It's about creativity. It's about sensuality. And you have the triple goddess, and the maiden is the youngest. And it's like you think that you're at a specific stage in your journey or in your life where you feel as though your age is not quite right. And not even necessarily age, but the way that you feel. You feel like a youngster, like I just heard newbie, out of your depth, out of your element, out of time. And it's this duality of rushing forward, but feeling out of place. You're too old, yet you're too young. And you just want to see the truth of what has blossomed within you reflected back finally. So this is really about knowing the difference between what your mind tells you and what your heart tells you about your worth, about where you are, about who you are, about your inner power and your inner creativity, and what you're here doing and what you're here to create. If you can hear my cat, that would be the dynamic Bella. She definitely found one of my kids' Nerf darts and is announcing it. Yes, Bella, you're very pretty and I'm very proud of you. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna take that as a confirmation. But what I'm also getting from that is there's this sense that in order for you to feel accomplished, you need others to tell you that you're accomplished. You need others to tell you that you are further along than you are. You need others to tell you that this felt so heart-centered. This felt so true to the heart. You touched my heart. Or you're so beautiful, you're so brilliant, you're so young. And it's about knowing the truth of who you are from your heart and letting that shine outward, letting that flow out of you. And I'm drawn to the numbers here because it's 17 and 8, and 17 reduces to an 8. But the 17 in tarot is the star card, and the 8 is the strength card. Not that either one of those are bad cards. In fact, they're both quite positive cards. But to me, it's about the fact that these both relate to you in the world, the things that you're creating in the world, and you always, I don't want to say always because there's so many that this applies to, but it's about moving forward and then telling yourself you're not ready, telling yourself that your heart isn't in it, or questioning whether your heart is in it, or saying, you know what, I'm just new, so it's fine. But it's about your stability here in the world, in your everyday life, in all the things that you're doing. And that becomes something that gets so easy to escape from, so easy to run away from. We don't want to face the things that are the biggest challenges in the physical world, so we run away into the spiritual world, or we run away into books, into movies, into video games. And none of those are bad things when they're utilized as a means of enjoyment or growth. None of those things are negative. It's only the perception of others. And it's the perception of others that I feel like this pile is so fixated on. But, and I'm hearing why. Why can't you see yourself the way that you are seen? And this seems to be a collective energy right now. This really seeing from the heart space and bridging that gap, and not labeling, not identifying, not limiting, not choosing to diminish yourself and escape into this belief that you have to be like someone else, or you have to do like someone else. And I keep looking over here at this shell. And this shell, my husband brought it back from Florida when he went to visit, and it was after Hurricane Michael. And it's broken in places, and it has all these holes, and it is like your aura. Every time you attach some meaning to what someone else says or does, or what the outside world believes versus what you know of yourself, you chip away, and you get these holes poked into your aura, and it's like little pieces of darkness. And the more that happens, the less you can actually see the wholeness that you have. Let's go ahead and get some more information. Spirit and spirit guides for pile 2. Okay. We have the Father of Wands, the Seven of Wands, wow, the Daughter of Wands, the Death card, the Mother of Wands, wow, And on the back of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. Wow. Okay. This is one of the most clear-cut things that you aren't seeing. It's this rainbow above. It's the rainbow above. You want to walk away, but make sure that when you walk away, it's not running away. It's genuinely walking away. It's saying, I know that where I am, what is going on here in this place, whether it's a physical place or a workplace or even just your mental space, you're saying, I know this is no longer right for me, it's no longer healthy for me, and I am walking away from that. All of the colors here are all saying your lower three chakras are going through this transformation, and it has you so jumbled up because when those chakras get this revamp, is what I'm hearing, revamp of energy and flux, like fluctuation, but flux. When they get revamped, it feels very, very chaotic. And we lose touch of certain aspects within ourselves. The things that we have overcome, we're not able to completely see. And that, especially during Pisces season, with Neptune in Pisces and Jupiter in Pisces, this energy that I can feel is really asking us to be more graceful in knowing that in order to fully expand, to go through this revamp process and expand our lives, expand our awareness, expand who we are, we have to undergo a huge shakeup where the illusions that we've been holding, that we've been telling ourselves, that have been carried forward for long enough, have to fall away. And in order for them to fall away, the clouds have to part. And so there's going to be rain. There is going to be the sense that I have to fight. I have to fight constantly. Everything is so hard and everybody is against me and I have to guard myself and nothing will ever change. But the rain that falls washes away and the sun comes through and the clouds part and we see that really what has been going on is this transformation so that we know who we are. We know who we are. And this rainbow comes out after this. And this is the maiden card. I keep getting pulled to it. It's what I see here is there's rain up here, there's rain here, and with the rainbow, it's like there's this blossoming coming to show you the reality, the truth. Things that happened in childhood, things that impacted your heart, things that impacted how you see who you are in the world and your worth in the world and your ability to continue forward and the fact that you feel like you've always had to go it alone. You have had to stand alone. But the brighter you shine your light, the more those clouds and the blockages disperse, and the more you close that chapter off. And, you know, in the intro, I didn't talk about this, but I'm looking at this 12th house escape card, and you can see the progress of the moon from the full moon into the new moon. So the full moon was in Leo on February 16th, I believe it was. And that full moon in Leo was really about your commitment to yourself. It was about really doubling down on that commitment, like really saying, this is what I want for me and this is what I'm going to go for no matter what. And what I'm seeing is the nautilus shell of your life. You're growing out of the chamber. And so it feels almost chaotic. Like I feel like I can't quite breathe, and I don't quite know which way is the right way, and whether I am who I say I am, or my truths are my truths. That's the energy that I feel coming in. And yet I'm staring at this card and I see this light coming down to really illuminate and help see this inner light. It's a closing of a chapter. And some chapters that we close, and especially the ones in the 12th house, when we do that, it changes us on a fundamental level. It changes our entire internal paradigm. It challenges our security, our safety, our stability, but it also is, the challenge that it does is to make you see that the safest place for you is always, always in your heart center. It is always there. And I am seeing that there was something that came up recently between something in your childhood, because we've got the Father of Wands, the Mother of Wands, and in the middle we have the Daughter of Wands. And it's like there was this darkness surrounding it where everything was a battle and you stood alone and nothing made sense. And now there's this parting, this opening, this washing away, and a rainbow coming through, and a healing that is trying its best to come in. And I feel this resistance to it, this sense of, am I ready? Am I really where I think I am? Am I ready? What will happen what if, I have this jar filled of what if questions, and I wrote a book called And What If, because what if questions always tortured me. They tormented me because I could never understand things, and I used it as a coping mechanism at one point, like, what if this? And then I would sit and contemplate it. What if, for you, what if this transition did not have to be a struggle? What if you could truly stand in your light and know that you have everything within your power? All of this fire energy, I feel like you're not used to at all. I have a lot of fire in my chart, so I know when I really work with the fire energy in my natal chart, I know how it can amplify things. I know that it can burn out of control if it's not tempered. I know that with the wrong aspects or in the wrong mindset, it can really, really spiral out of control. And I feel like this is, you may be an earth sign. You may, like, not Virgos, but I am feeling more Taurus and Libra. A lot of air as well. Taurus and Libra and Aquarius. Virgos and Geminis seem, you could be one of those or have those placements, but this energy that I'm feeling is almost natural to those signs. But this is almost too fast for what you're used to. A transformation can happen in the blink of an eye. We perceive transformation as having to be this long, drawn-out process because it's oftentimes associated with a butterfly. So a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, turns into a butterfly, but that is a long metamorphosis. This is not that. This is rapid energy coming in and slamming you in the face and saying, look here and see the truth, because it is high time that you see who you are and your worth and let go of all of the stuff that has too long been carried in your mental space, in your energy, in your life. You're not ever always alone, but that light that you have inside is starting to shine out, and things are changing. Things are growing and changing, and it's fast. It just feels so fast. Spirit, what can we help them with? Pisces being a watery sign and the 12th house, what I feel like you're telling yourself, because this Pisces watery energy is like, your subconscious mind is being like, no, you have to endure. You have to struggle. You have to wade through the quicksand, and it takes time. But sometimes a transition happens in the blink of an eye and you don't even realize it. We have the frog, which is water energy. And as you can see here, the frog is, again, there's so much rain. There's rain falling everywhere. Okay, you have quite a lot. The butterfly. What was I just saying about associating transformation with a butterfly process? It's not always that slow. It's like you went to sleep one day and you woke up as the butterfly. And we have the camel. And I will get to the last three in a minute. The zebra and the golden egg. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, my pile twos. I want to hug you. I want to jump for joy. Oh, and I'm so sorry, because I feel this like, what are you talking about energy? But here's the thing, okay? I had a lot of medical conditions in the past, and I decided one day that I was going to heal myself. I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for 30 days, and when I'm done, I will be better. And it took maybe a week. But I kept going for the 30 days because in my mind it was, there's no way this worked. And I still have that energy every once in a while where I'll be like, am I really healthy again? Because I quite literally was chronically ill for years. In and out of the hospital, multiple surgeries, all of that. And the transformation from being sick to being healthy was so rapid that even though I have a lot of rapid energy, I didn't know what to do with it because I never expected it to last. But we have the butterfly that just literally popped out. The frog is about cleansing. It's about clearing. It's that rain washing things away. It's washing things away. And it feels like it's clearing and cleansing out all the things, all the illusions, all the things that you once believed, so that you can really see that you already have gone through the transformation, the metamorphosis. You went through it a long time ago. Because a camel, while a camel can run really fast, generally doesn't. They usually take a very steady approach. They go through the hottest times and they carry everything that they have with them. They carry the water that they need to traverse the driest places from within. You have been carrying this transformation within you, and now it's appearing in your outside world. But the zebra and the golden egg, what this is saying is this is already happening or happened. And so you're stuck questioning where you're at and whether you're moving from the heart and whether your heart is ever going to be free, and going back into a victim mentality without realizing that you're already free. I love the zebra with the third eye highlighted, because this is really, your third eye is directly connected to your heart. And the golden egg is quite literally a message from your heart center. And this message right here is telling you that you've done the work. You've done the work and the clouds are parting, but you are so used to the struggle. You're used to the battle. You're used to having to fight for freedom that you don't recognize that it's already here. And it came in because you had all the resources you needed. You did all the cleansing that you needed. You cleared everything out and you stayed 100% true to you. And you did this transformation of self. And you just simply embraced who you are, your genuine, unique self. They always say in the medical field, when you hear hoofbeats, don't think of zebras, think of horses. So you have heard these hoofbeats and you're thinking of what the normal thing is, what everybody says it is, what you've experienced in the past. But this is a zebra energy. You are a zebra energy. You do not follow the norm. Everything about you is 100% unique. And that means that this transformation of self that you're going through, this cleansing and clearing out of your lower chakras, are connecting you to your higher unconditional love chakra. And that makes everything in your life, in your world, in your paradigm, and in the outside world completely shift. And it was like in a blink of an eye. There is nothing wrong. You have done it. You've done it. Keep being you. Keep being you, because you have so much going for you. And this has always been meant to be. It has always been what you were supposed to be, what was supposed to happen. Every step of the way it was supposed to be this way. To show you that it doesn't have to be a struggle. And on the back is the elephant. And the elephant is all about breaking down the barriers, bulldozing it, and moving forward without any concerns. You may want to look into Ganesh or Ganesha. It's spelled two different ways, but it's I believe, a Hindu god. Forgive me if I am incorrect, but a Hindu god. And it's all about breaking down those barriers. And that is who is walking beside you right now, just knocking them all down. You've done the work. You have embraced your uniqueness, and you are coming from the heart. Your heart has cleansed and healed, and you did it. And it was that easy. It was that simple. It was that quickly. You just aren't used to that energy. And now you know it. Now you can recognize it and move forward. Let that light blossom in the shadows, and let yourself start creating, start living the life that you have been seeing being made manifest in front of your eyes, because it is true and it is real and it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. The rainbow has come out. Pile 2s, I am so proud of you. I want to cry. I want to hug you. I want to cheer for you. Go celebrate you. This Pisces season, celebrate you. It's all being washed away this Pisces season. Just that quickly. I just saw 33:22 on my clock. Okay. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit guides. Thank you, higher selves. But thank you, Pile 2. You are absolutely incredible, and I am honored to have read your energy and bring you these messages. I am filled with so much love and gratitude for you all. I wish you so much celebration and happiness. And thank you again. Please feel free to like this video, share it with friends or family. Make sure that you hit that subscription or subscribe button up in the corner and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I just want to giggle for you guys so much. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what this was. I'm so excited. Like, I can feel your guides. So excited. All right. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day or night, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 3s. As I was getting prepared for all 3 of the piles, I got thrown a curveball. This is all about mystery and illusion after all. And your pile actually got 2 of the 3 rune stones. So, of course, me having to stay on my toes and adjust, that's what I did. So if you're here, your 2 rune stones are rune number 5, and I may butcher this, but Radho could be Rado. So that is the first one. And it's represented by a wagon. And the second one is rune number 11 and Isa, which is ice. And I just made these little cards to give some keywords. The wagon, this Radho, is all about travel, but not always about travel. Rhythms, spontaneity, evolution, decisions, all of those are about divine flow. Being in the flow, recognizing the rhythms of life, recognizing when it's time to take that leap into something new, when it is time to evolve, and being firm with the decisions that you make, knowing that you have the support to make those decisions. And the number 5 correlates to change. So I feel very strongly as though this is one energy that you may be feeling, and ice is the other energy. And it is a challenge for you to discern for yourself right now whether you are being put into this stasis point, this introspection, this watching and waiting period, or if it's time for you to get into the natural rhythm, to be spontaneous, evolve, move, get going. And I feel strongly, so strongly, like you are here because you need some clarity. This Pisces energy that has been coming in, for those who are used to Pisces energy, and I've spoken with a friend of mine where she's very used to Pisces energy. It's very prominent in her chart. It hasn't been quite as impactful for her, whereas for me, my Pisces isn't an empty house. So I don't have prominent Pisces energy. So for me, the planetary placements, the energy of this Pisces season has really been illuminating. And your pile especially, is stuck between, do I stop or do I go? Do I stop or do I go? Am I making the right decision? Am I moving in the right decision? Do I need to stay where I'm at? What do I do? But there's this struggle that I feel like you want to lock up and you want to ice out the world. But the number 11 is truly about taking leadership over your life. It's about becoming the master of you, of the decisions that you make, of gaining that clarity that you need, of knowing what the natural rhythm is between evolution and introspection, of whether you're being challenged because it's not right for you, or whether you're being challenged because you just need to gain a little bit more clarity. So I have a couple channeled messages on the back. Let's go ahead and get into it. For Raido, it says, choose, choice, options, decisions. Analysis paralysis occurs when we become crippled by the mentality of fear of change. Change leads to evolution, which leads to growth by traveling through life in a more natural, soulful rhythm, in the beautiful flow with the divine. Now is your chance to leap before thinking. And Isa says, whoa, hold up. To see through a steamed mirror, one can forcefully clear it, leaving streaks behind. Or you can pause, wait, and watch as the fiery temperatures cool down and the foggy reflection in the mirror becomes clear. Will patience or anger lead you forth to clarity or another round of challenges? There is this sense of a lot of duality occurring right now. And because of this duality, this fogginess in your mind, it's as though someone has cleared the mirror without your permission. And now there are streaks, and those streaks are what are causing a stutter step. You don't want to make the wrong move, but you don't want to wait too long, is what I feel from the energy. And you're getting frustrated, and you don't know where to go or what to do, and you're tired of change, but you know a change needs to occur. And it's kind of like, what do I do? Because I just want to run away. And that's that 12th house coming in. And that really is the biggest challenge right now for you, is the 12th house coming in and saying, this needs to be brought into balance. This needs to be seen. You need to see these aspects of you, these two sides of you. You need to see them clearly now. Please look at them clearly now. When you open your eyes completely and see them, you can bring them into balance through trust. Let's get some cards here and some additional messages. Spirit, can we get cards for pile 3? Spirit and spirit guides for pile 3. We have adventure and intensity. Pile 3. And my cards really want to just fly out, if you can't tell. And we have the card of traveling. Okay. Going with the flow and new vision. And on the back of the deck, we have the card of stress. The card of stress is, it's almost a laughable level of stress at this point. It's like I'm juggling so much and I have so many things going on and I'm in everything all the time and nothing's fallen yet, but something's gotta fall. What monkey is on your shoulder? The monkey to me is the monkey mindset. And this 7 is the 7 of wands, or fire energy, which has been coming out of the collective a lot. In this deck, it's stress. In other decks, it's about defensiveness and battling and fighting. But this is, even though it's the water element, it's your mind fighting against the natural flow, but also fighting against the truths that are trying to come out. Sometimes the mind does not play tricks on us. Sometimes the mind actually shows us what we don't want to see. So we change it into something different. We transform it. We actively change what our mind is telling us because we don't want to see it. You want to move, so you're trying to climb something, some mountain, trying to get out of the clouds and see the light again. And so you're hitting this adventurous nature in a very intense way. But are you sure this is what's true to you? There's nothing inherently wrong with any of these cards. They're so beautiful. But what I'm seeing is that your adventure is telling you to go one way. Your intensity is telling you to go the other way. You have this excess of wand energy coming out. And then you have these slow down cards. There's all this duality because you want this, but these aren't in balance. And it's because you're carrying all this stress of, I have to do it all myself, and I am just the puppet. The universe, my boss, my this person, that person, this situation, that situation, those are the puppet masters, and I'm just the marionette on strings. And the more that you throw up these candles, the higher the likelihood is that you're going to accidentally burn something down because you're not giving yourself a chance to stop. Rapid change comes when you start going with the flow. It doesn't come from knocking down whatever you think you need to knock down. It doesn't come from knocking others down, from stopping others from being able to go on their journey. You're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to get this adventure if you keep hitting someone else, even if it's just your inner child. Even if you're saying to your inner child, whatever the dreams are that are coming up that you have long held on to and been avoiding or ignoring or not wanting to go towards, every time you hit that and you say, no, I'm not doing that. That's not going to be the case. I have to do it this way. I have all the balls in the air and I'm going to do it this way. That you're climbing, it's an uphill battle. 8 of Wands energy is usually fast, rapid change. This is a man walking up a mountain. There's nothing fast about walking up a mountain. And the more that you keep holding on to the stress of what others are doing, it keeps you from going with the flow and from allowing your vision to come forth. And the thing about this, the energy that I'm picking up, and there's almost a firmness here. This new vision, you can see someone up and dancing, and then there's someone underneath them. There's never, it's never the vision that spirit has for you, that your soul has for you, that your heart has for you. It's never the vision that entails knocking someone else down. It's not about trying to be better than someone else, trying to be above someone else. It is not about trying to hurt someone else the way that they hurt you, or be right over someone else, or determine that you're going to keep doing these things. Because the reality of that is that you're just afraid of change for yourself. You're afraid to change yourself. And that fear is very real. It is very real. And you hold it in your energy. And the more that you blame others or you blame situations, the harder it gets to break out of that and to see that you have everything that you need within you. And that it's up to you to truly see the reality of you. So I have 2 archetype cards here. And we have card 11 with the Queen and card 54 with the Vow. I just heard you said that you would always protect and be the light. You vowed to your inner world. You vowed upon a full moon that you would stand in your power, that you would be true to your light. When you make a vow, you can't hold on. It's like manifesting. When you manifest, you have to surrender, you have to release, you have to let it go. If you're afraid of change, then you're afraid of what you're manifesting. And you can't calm that down and see clearly to move in the flow. And they want me to look at the back of the deck. The back of the deck, we have 56, which is the gem. And 56 reduces to 11. So we've got 11, 11, 11, 5, and 9. And to me, these numbers, what it's saying is it's time to make a change and close out. Whatever you think this vow has to be, because it's time to release, to let it go, to move on. Don't keep looking back. Don't keep doing that. It's time for you to let the past be in the past. and move forward in your life for you. Not to impede someone else, not to compete with someone else, not to compare yourself with somebody else, not because someone else said something that you don't like or someone else did something that you don't understand. A lot of this journey that we have to learn is that other people's opinions, other people's emotions, other people's actions, they are theirs. That is their actions. They are not yours. So you have to decide what is right for you. You control only your actions and reactions. And are your actions and reactions true to you, or are they reactive? Are you trying to see something through a steamed mirror, or through a mirror that has been forcefully cleared so there are streaks behind it and you're not seeing the reality of you versus what has been stuck in your mindset? And this gem is surrounded by thorns and worms, and it's like the diamond in the rough. It's the diamond in the rough that you don't believe you have, and you believe someone owes it to you to provide that. And because no one's doing it for you, you're holding it. There's this sense of resentment, but this is something that stems all the way back to your childhood. And the 12th house is where we repress things as far deep and down and back as we possibly can, because we just don't want to see it. But we cannot grow until we see it. And what I see here is you've truly made a vow to yourself to find peace. And in order to find peace, you have to open yourself up to it. But that can only come from letting go of what came before. When we react in anger, we're reacting in a shadow state. When we sit in stillness, we allow for that anger to dissipate so we don't get into a reactive state. When we feel fearful, we tend to repress. When we sit in stillness, that fear can bubble and work its way through, and then we can see very clearly where the source of it is. You have to be willing to do that. And if you have made a vow to yourself to nurture yourself, to shine your light, it's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to stop stressing about what this person is doing, what that person is doing, who says this and who says that, and what anyone else in the world is doing, and focus on what your dreams are and your goals and your wishes, because it's not about the other person. It's about you. The first card we have here is the Stingray. You know, we have the chakras here, and same with this adventure card. We've got all the chakra colors. This is about bringing things back into balance. There's a shadow energy that I can feel in your solar plexus. And it's about this stress that you have. I just heard fear of decision, fear of choosing wrong, fear of doing wrong. And that leads into the wrong state. And then we have the frog and rain with cleansing and clearing out. It's time for you to get more in touch with your truest, deepest emotions. To be very real and very honest with yourself, because the queen doesn't feel like you at all. I feel like the queen is someone else, someone that you're focusing on. And you think it feels like the queen owes you something, that the queen has done you wrong. But queens are sovereign. Queens know their sovereignty. And so a queen will sit in her power and will say, this is what's right for me, this is not what's right for me, and will choose the proper path for the queen from the heart. From this little pearl of wisdom that they have, from a pure, heart-centered place. That is what the queen will do. So if you are focusing on what this person, this queen energy, is doing or has done, instead of viewing it as a negative, see the sovereignty and learn to be sovereign for yourself so you can cleanse out your chakras, clear them out, and see more clearly that when you allow all of it to dissipate, the stress, the anger, the intensity that you feel, when you let it dissipate, then you're going to see the only vow that has ever been made is one made to yourself. And that is where you find your peace. And on the back, we have the tiger. And the tiger is all about the moon phases. And we've got a moon here and we've got moons here. This is about learning to go with the rhythm, but also learning that the darkness, the shadows, they're not bad. They're not here to harm you. They're not here to hurt you. They're here to teach you, to help you grow. They're a part of you. They're a part of you. And at the bottom of those shadows is that gem. So the longer that you run away from the shadows that are trying to come out to show you clearly you, the longer it is until you tap into your truest wisdom and your truest queen energy. Let yourself be cleansed from the past. The 12th house is the last one. It is the ending of the zodiac year. And then we go into Aries season. Chiron sitting in Aries is really asking us to evaluate whether we are moving from our egos or whether we are moving from a place of true selfless selfishness. It's this, I'm going to fill my cup up and then move forward. Or are you moving from your ego? Because the ego is what lies to us when it's out of balance. And the ego only gets out of balance when we're too afraid to look into the shadows. And so we pick up all these things and we focus on all the wrong things. Because when we focus on all the wrong things, then we don't have to go with the flow. We don't have to have a vision for our life because we can just say, I have too much to do. I don't have to try and do this for me. I don't have to touch into my own power. And it's this person's fault or this situation's fault. Pisces asks us to be graceful with ourselves, asks us to stop escaping the things, the truths that are coming up, and to look at them, to dig deeply into them, and to evolve beyond them. To initiate your very own tower moment by getting in there and really harnessing your own sovereignty, because you are the gem. You're the gem in all of this. The only vow that you have made that is expected of you is to you, to your path. We are all on our own journeys. We are all interconnected, but each soul is on their own journey. And if you prioritize someone else over your journey, we all fall. That's what we are all one is. We have to see each individual as crucial and essential to the journey. And that includes you. That includes your own soul growth. When you truly let yourself grow into you, let all of those emotions that are bubbling to the surface and challenging you in your mind, pushing and pushing and pushing you in your mind to the point where you feel like you're going to break because you can't get it clear. It's so much stress, but you already know what you need to do. You already know what the path forward is. You already know. You've been given this clarity a long time ago, and you've known for a long time, but you're holding yourself back because you're afraid to change. You're afraid to break out of what you know. But if you're afraid to break out of what you know, but you already know what is supposed to come next, then what you know that you're afraid to break out of, you no longer know it because it's not right for you. So it is an illusion. The truth is what your heart is calling for you to do, not your mind, not your ego, but your heart. Let go of the things that are in the past. The past is the past. Cleanse and clear your energy. Rededicate yourself to your own peace. And take the steps that you need. For some of you, you may need to just walk away from a situation or a community or a person. And I've been there. I've done that. It's so difficult. It's so difficult because you feel this sense of responsibility and as though you have to be there for them because they've been a part of your journey or they've been kind to you, or you feel as though you can't do this. You can't move forward. Obligation. I just keep hearing obligation. But sometimes there are people in our life that aren't meant to be in our life, and it doesn't mean that we don't care about them. It means that it's time to let them go because we need to keep moving forward. And they need to keep moving forward. And it can't happen when there's this dynamic of blame. I just keep hearing the word blame. We're all responsible for our own growth. It's not ever easy to cut out a habit, cut out a mindset, or even cut out a person. It isn't. It's not an easy thing to do that. The best thing that I can say is what I did, which is, granted, my physical actions seemed extreme because I had to do a lot of like cold turkey blocking. But energetically and emotionally, I sat with it for a long time. I sat with spirit on it, and I asked to energetically help the other person understand that it wasn't personal to them, it was personal to me. And when you move in that place, you are being graceful. You are being compassionate. That is the gem of who you really are. And there's so much stuff surrounding it that when you cut those down, cleanse those out, you'll see the truth is that it's just time to let things drop, to let people drop, to let situations drop, and to move forward. And the 12th house is like, it's like a clearing energy. It's time to clear out. It's time to review and move beyond it. This clarity comes from moving beyond those reactive emotions, those things that lock you up and make it so that you don't keep evolving, but you stay in the same mindset and the belief that no one is there for you and no one loves you and you can't do anything and you're stuck where you are. And you know, the stingray is a really beautiful creature. but their tail is deadly. And it's the tail that reacts in fear and anger. And I had to learn the hard way that when you react in fear and anger, people get hurt. We can grow and learn from that. Pile 3 is, I am sending you guys so much love and cleansing and a lot of hope that this Pisces season, you find your peace. You find your sovereignty. You find your cleansing and alignment and balance, and that you relieve yourself from this stress and the situation, and that you find within your heart to let go of the things and people and mindsets that you really do truly need to let go of. I am sending you so much love. Thank you for letting me read your energy. Thank you to your spirit guides and to spirit. Thank you to your higher selves and my higher self. If this resonated, please hit the like button. Share it with someone that you think could be helped with this message. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming readings. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. I just want to hug you guys. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next reading. Bye.